Hello everyone, and today we are here at the Alton Towers Resort. It feels like absolutely forever since I've last been here, so I can't wait. But yeah. Maisie, how do you feel? You excited? Very amazing. But yeah, we're entering through the Galactica / Forbidden Valley entrance, which is really good. Nemesis is just there, and straight ahead. You can just about see it, but there you go. That's Toxicator. Here's some footage. It's very noisy. Yeah. We're now underneath the tunnel. There we go. Don't know if you've seen, but Can You Cut It? Rips or reference. Hopefully we'll be back later. Queue doesn't look too long. I take it this is the extended queue. But it's right above. I'm not sure whether the jets are running, but look at that. Isn't that amazing? So I genuinely can't believe I'm here. I've never been on this before. But yeah. There's Toxicator sign that's going right above me. Yeah, I'm hoping it'll open shortly. But yeah, I suppose it is testing. And also for this, you need to be over 10 years old to ride. So they don't usually put age restrictions on it. But for Toxicator, you need to be over 10 years old. This looks this looks amazing. I'm speechless. But it's very noisy. I could hear it from the entrance. But yeah, I'm going to see if I can get my ride on it. I'm going to hope I get on soon. But yeah, bye for now.
Direct effects are unpredictable.
There you go. Front of the chain, waiting to be loaded on, and I head straight up the platform. Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. There's no one in the single rider. Alton Towers single rider queues seem to be absolutely brilliant. Yeah, hopefully I'll be on within the next 5 minutes or so. It is quite a high capacity ride, meaning that there should be a few more single rider places available. Yeah, let's go. So I've just been told that single rider is probably going to be longer than the main queue, and honestly I don't mind queuing quite a long time for this because I'm here for 3 days. However, the vlogs are going to be staggered, so I might have 2 or 3 vlogs. They won't all be in this one. So yeah, because my vlogs have started getting longer now, because I'm not sure whether they've turned the water jets on today though. Whether we will get a bit soaked, I'm not sure, but I haven't seen any water falling, which apparently it does. And apparently in the queue you also get soaked as well, which isn't too ideal, but yeah. Well, I've just come off. That is absolutely brilliant. I've never experienced anything like it. The forces are just like strange, because instead of like it pushes your head forwards, especially when you're spinning. I was on the side facing where the blade used to be here, so I was facing this way, not Galactica. Apparently the Galactica facing side's better, so I might try that on the other side a bit later on, hoping the queue goes down. But yeah, I'm gonna have a look at the queues now, see if I can get on anything, and yeah, I'll update you from there. At the moment everything's on quite a long queue, so I'm not going to do anything at the minute. However, I'm heading over and I'm hopefully going to get a ride on the Smiler, which is going to be good. It's currently advertised on a 45-minute wait, which is short for the Smiler, but I'll go single rider and get on in 5 minutes, because Smiler single rider is absolutely incredible. Yeah, if you're ever coming down here, I totally recommend that. But yeah, Skyride's closed, unfortunately. They said it'd be open. I'm not sure why it's still shut. Otherwise I would have got the Skyride to Towers Street. But I'm now walking. Yeah, it's just stationary up there. Yeah, I'm at the random pond at the minute. I've now just walked through the gardens. So yeah, I haven't been here for ages. But yeah, such a long walk from Forbidden Valley to HEX sector, walking across the park. So yeah, through the gardens is the quickest way, so just did that. But yeah, I was walking up and heard the roar of the Smiler. Here we go. Seen it in all the photos. Search up Alton Towers and Smiler will definitely be one of the first pictures you see. Yeah, here we go. Here's a chicken place here. I'm not sure whether it's good I haven't really heard anything about it, so I'm not sure what to expect. So I'm probably not going to eat from there though, because Merlin Entertainment's food isn't great. So, and it's overpriced. It is a theme park after all. But yeah, here we go, single riders. I'll be in. Have a look at this. So I've just come off of Smiler. It's still really smooth. However, I do feel like it has gotten rougher, which is unfortunate. But it's still an absolutely brilliant ride, and it is still my number one. Great view of the Staffordshire Knot there. Anyways, we'll have a look and see if Oblivion does actually have a single rider. I heard it does. If not, it's a 15-minute wait, so I'm not too fussed about waiting it. But we'll have a look. Yes, look, there we go. Single riders. I know you can't see that, but you'll be able to see it there. There you go, single riders, that first one. Let's head straight up. This is brilliant, this. Here we go. Single rider. Here's a strange bit of theming. I'm not sure what this is themed to, but it's got some strange theming, especially in those queue line bits. Other than that, there's not really any theming. And then here's the mile-long brake run. But yeah, I'm not sure how long I'm going to end up waiting for this. Hopefully it's not too long. Yeah, the main queue does look longer than 15 minutes. It's all the way down here. I'm just walking straight up. I feel kind of bad, but why should I? I'm riding alone. It doesn't really matter on this ride because you can't see the person next to you anyways. Yeah. Here we go. This is never worth it, so I wouldn't get it unless you're only coming like once and once ever. But yeah. Just waiting here. Here we go. I need to say I'm a single rider and then hopefully I'll get straight through. There we go, we've just gone through and now there's queues either side. But single rider has no one in the queue. No one really knows about it because it's brand new. But yeah, straight in here and straight up to the station. Isn't that brilliant? Very high capacity ride as well, so I'll be on within the next 5 minutes hopefully. Smiler was longer than I expected though, so that wasn't great, but I'll see you after the ride. I've just had a brilliant front row ride on Oblivion. That was absolutely incredible. Anyways, I'm going to have a look at the queues. I'm planning on heading over to the Dark Forest now because apparently also 13 has a single rider. And I do love 13 and it's quite a long ride as well. So I might see if I can get on that. I don't think Rita has one, I'll have a look. But as much as I know, Rita does not have a single rider queue. You get a great view of Oblivion from here. Yeah, it doesn't look that tall, but when you're dropping down, you go like over 100 foot underground, so it is actually quite tall. Which I never thought I'd think Alton Towers to have a tall ride. But yeah, I'm just walking around out of X sector now because I've gotten the 2 rides done. And yeah, Dark Forest, here we come. X has got no queue outside. Will there be something which says the queue time? I'm not too sure. Can't see anything, but I'm gonna head in and let's ride. I'll just head under the chain. You can join up with the main queue here. Yeah, let's go on HEX. Here we go, HEX. Queue's slowly building up behind me, but there's really no one. It'll still be about 5 minutes. And then when we're in the building, I'm not sure if there's extra queuing in there or if we go straight into the pre-shows. Yeah. It's in the actual towers, and then there is the extra ride building out the back, which the main attraction is in. Yeah. Wow, apparently this is really good, and the only one I've been on is Haunted House Monster Party at Legoland Windsor. So it'd be nice to see what a different model, different park, different theme of the ride is. Yeah, let's get on, and I'll see you after. I'm super excited for this as I've never been on it before. But yeah, many people have said that this is really good. Yeah, I'll give you a review when I come out. It's got a classic old castle-y smell in here. Whether that's like from the actual tower itself or they've just added it to make it more immersive, I'm not too sure. But this is already looking absolutely brilliant. It doesn't quite cut it on camera. Anyways, the other pre-show which is really good is the Wicker Man, which is absolutely brilliant, and I think there is a show in there as well from me operating it on Ride Sims beforehand. But yeah, this looks absolutely amazing. I'm going to film as much of it as I can for you, but when we get on the ride I won't be able to film. I'm going to try and film the pre-show. I take it you're allowed, but yeah, there's also these videos playing which are related to HEX. I don't know the storyline too well, but I guess I'm going to learn it as we go along. So yeah, here we go, here's HEX. Here we go, so we're in pre-show number 1, and I think there's another pre-show at the side of the doors, and then we go into the main chamber, which I won't be able to film. You can't really see anything at the minute, but it is quite dark. Yeah, there is this nice blue lighting as well. I'm not sure if I was wrong, because there is also a sign saying please wait here until the doors open, so whether the first pre-show's in there as well. You can see the lights a bit more there. In fact, you can see them more than you can in real life actually, so it's more vibrant there. Right, unfortunately I'm not able to film in here, but here's a quick sneak shot. Right, anyways, I'll see you after the ride. There we go, I've just come off HEX. That was absolutely brilliant. Definitely better than Haunted House Monster Party at Legoland Windsor. But yeah, that is amazing. It's really immersive as well, because you do actually go into the actual towers at first and then go into the building. The whole of HEX is based around the chained oak. I'm not sure if you've heard of it, but the chained oak is actually real, and you can see it in the Alton Towers car park somewhere. I'm not sure where, I haven't seen it in person, but apparently it's real, and you can see it, so yeah. Oh yes, the Sky Ride is now running as well. That is great to hear, so I'll definitely be able to get the Sky Ride out of Dark Forest and hopefully make it over to Forbidden Valley so I can ride, possibly get a ride on Toxicator again. Nemesis Reborn doesn't have a single rider, or at least if it does, I'm well unaware of it. But yeah, here we go, is Rita. Yeah, I am convinced there is no single rider for Rita, which is unfortunate, but I can see why, because it's a 2-car train and it would hardly ever move. There's also a front row queue. Yeah, pretty much every other row except from front row's rough, so it's possibly one of the only front rows I might consider doing. Stealth is worth it. Yeah, Sky Ride's finally running. If I stay still, you can see it is actually moving, which is great. Yeah, it's Rita. Don't think I'm gonna do that today. I'll probably do it tomorrow or the day after. There's a guy standing outside though. Is it shut? Yes, Rita is shut. That means 13 is probably gonna have a big queue because everyone's getting out of the queue and going to 13. But that doesn't matter because I'll just go single rider because it's way easier. And it's new, and I'll see how they are managing it, because single rider seems to be managed slightly differently now. Not sure why, but it seems to be running differently. And well, yeah, there we go. I've seen the new sign. Great news. Here we go. Single rider. Let's go. Whether there'll be a splitting point further up, I'm not sure. But let's go. Some more views of Rita. And then 13, it tries to stay as like secretive as possible. And they've done a pretty good job at hiding it. Occasionally when you're in the main queue, you can see it. But yeah. Rita is a rough ride. It is a shame how rough it is. But yeah, there's the main queue. It looks quite quiet as well. It says it's on a 45-minute queue. I'm not sure how close to that it is. Oh, the end's there. Possibly about 45 minutes to an hour, I'm not sure. Right, fast track and single rider are down the left. So let's go down. Hopefully there's not that long of a queue. I think we are straight up to the front. So we're walking over to Wickerman. Here we go, Wickerman. You do get some great views of the ride. And there's Big Bob just there. Yeah, heading straight up. Yeah, on the shoulders, the fire is actually real. And then in the rest of the body, it's just TVs. But, yeah. Also, the chain lift's curved, which is really cool. There you go, there's real fire on the shoulders. We had to get evacuated out of the Wickerman queue line because the fire alarm went off. They had to evacuate the whole area and we had to wait outside, and it felt like we were waiting outside for ages to get our bags back as well. But yeah, the Alton Towers staff managed it, so well done to them. But yeah, it's starting to get really hot now. Look at that bird. However, I'm now waiting for the sky ride, which will take me to Forbidden Valley. I would usually walk, but I've never taken the sky ride before, so I thought I'd just give it a go this one time. It is quite a long queue. It's not the longest I've seen it. Earlier I saw it going out of the actual entrance. So it is shorter, we've still got that, and then that turn there, which is empty. But yeah, I'll be getting on the sky ride, and I'll get some shots on there for you. Right, here's a quick update. The sky ride is just shut because it's too hot. Now obviously that is not ideal, but yeah, so I'm now having to walk. It's not the end of the world though, I'm happy to walk. I normally do walk, but yeah, let's go and I'll see you in Forbidden Valley. Here we go, now here in Forbidden Valley. It's only about a 3 to 5 minute walk. Here's a helicopter. Very cool. Yeah, down we go. Nemesis Terror's got a big queue. It's really overrated in my opinion. But anyways, heading down here. Nemesis Containment Zone. Forbidden Valley is definitely one of my favourite, if not my favourite area in Alton Towers. Yeah, here it is. The Nemesis Containment Zone. Just have a look at how long the queue is. 70 minutes. Probably not. I'll get a guaranteed ride on it tomorrow morning, which will be next vlog, so depending on when you're seeing this, the video might already be out. If not, then it's coming, so make sure to watch it. Toxicator is still closed at the minute. I'm going to get a ride on Galactica single rider, and then hopefully it will be open. But yeah, it's had quite a lot of downtime today. I'll say that it's only been twice, but still. Yeah, here we go. Galactica. About to get my final ever rides on it. Obviously I'll get my final ever rides on it within the next coming days. But like, yeah, it's going to be my last ride fairly shortly. Next vlog or the vlog after. So that'll be quite a sad moment, especially as Galactica is a great ride. The UK's first flying roller coaster. I can't believe it. But yeah, here we go. This better not shut now. We just gotta hope that there is actually a single rider queue now. I think there is. I think I can see a single rider queue. It does look pretty long though, but it might also be fast track. Main queue 60 minutes, but yes, there is a single rider queue, which is very good. The queue is just here, but I'm not sure how long it's going to be, but it's worth it for Galactica, I'd say. It's just around this bend, so it's not that long, but for a fast track or whatever it is quite long. Like ride access and stuff. This isn't ride access, this one here's ride access, but still for fast track, these people are paying to get on this quickly. So yeah, let's go. Here we go. Nemesis Containment Zone. Galactica. Galactica is a great ride. The UK's first flying roller coaster. We just gotta hope that there is actually a single rider queue now. I think there is. I think I can see a single rider queue. It does look pretty long though, but it might also be fast track. Main queue 60 minutes, but I'm not sure how long it's going to be. But it's worth it for Galactica, I'd say. It's just around this bend, so it's not that long, but for a fast track. These people are paying to get on this And they're still waiting about 30 minutes, so I'm not going to be bothered about waiting the shorter time for free. But yeah, it's the fly to lie element there. Wow, I'm going to miss you, Galactica. I've been in this queue for about 50 minutes now, that's 5-0. And I'm not even in the station yet, it's outrageous.
Hi guys.
Finally in the station after about an hour's worth of waiting, and the queue was advertised in an hour, so I was better off just waiting in the main queue. Maybe we're just under an hour, but it's still really not great when there's that much of a difference. But when it's just me, I would still be riding next to a stranger anyways, so it doesn't really matter. But anyways, I was hoping to get on quicker. I might get on Spinball Whizzer next, and hopefully another ride on Toxicator, either now because it's just up there, or possibly later on. Yeah, I'll have a look at the queues and see what I can go on next. So I've just come off of Galactica. I'm going through the exit at the minute. Yeah, that was a long wait. So I'm definitely going to ride it tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, hopefully. If not, then the morning after. But yeah, I queued way too long in single rider for that. It's not great. But it's last year, so I thought you know what, I'd just do it. Yeah, and then it broke down in between. It was seemed like an absolute nightmare. But anyways, I'm now going to see what's happening, whether I want to go on Toxicator or Spinball Whizzer, because my sister wants to go on Spinball Whizzer. But I got that message about half an hour ago when I was waiting in the queue at the front, so it's not great. I'm now by Congo River Rapids and I'm walking over to Spinball Whizzer. Yeah, I mainly came this way to see if Wicker Man is running and if it's open again, because it was shut earlier, so I'll be intrigued if it does open again. Yeah, I just see the tunnel section, so not much of it, and it doesn't really tell me anything, so I'll see if there's a queue or anything, and then I'll let you know from there. But yeah, I'm gonna head to Spinball Whizzer. Here we go, I'm now at Spinball Whizzer. Yeah, it is a great ride, although I do find it quite painful, especially as there's this random horseshoe turn here. It does slightly bank, and then there's also the two horseshoe turns there, which are generic spinning coaster ones, which are great actually. Dragon's Fury has one. But yeah, here a train comes now, it's about to go up the big one. There you go. This will be me in a second. Here we go. Here we go, Spinball Whizzer. I'd normally go in the single rider queue, but my sister's friend has a ride access pass, so we'll be going in here and we can get straight on. Here we go, heading up to Smiler now. So I've just had another ride on the Smiler. It was absolutely brilliant, although I got second row. I was so close to getting first row. In fact, if I was one behind, I would have got front row, which is very annoying. But yeah, anyways, we are planning to go to 13 again now. I'm going to go on 13 and then I'm going to end the video, because it's getting quite late now. So I'll see you in the next video, which will be uploaded at some point coming up. Bye for now.